Hello Tarnished. Today I'm going to be showing you how to get a few items that will help you with your rune farming in Elden Ring. These items are fairly easy to get and can be acquired very early. The first item is the gold pickled Fowls Foot. This consumable increases your rune acquisition by 30%, albeit for a short duration of approximately 3 minutes. To acquire this item, you can either find it throughout the world as loot, purchase them from a vendor, or in our case, craft them. First of all, you will need to be able to craft the items. This can be done by purchasing the crafting kit from the vendor at the start of the game for 300 runes. Next we will need to get the recipe to craft it. This can be acquired from an old friend in the Murkwater Cave, a short distance from the Angeal Lake grace site. When you enter the boss room, you will see a chest. If you loot from this chest, you will encounter our new best friend, Patches. Fight Patches until he gets about 50% HP, and then let him live. He will then seek forgiveness from you and become a vendor. Purchase the recipe, and now it's on to farming those items. The first ingredient that we need to farm is the Roa fruit. These are very common and don't really require any kind of farming, as they are found abundantly across the world. Second item is the four-toed Fowls Foot. This can be farmed from almost all Elden Ring's avian creatures, but the best place I have found is here from the 4th Church of Marika. Follow this route to the beach. I would recommend some kind of ranged weapon to shoot these guys from a distance, as it makes the runs a bit easier. Each run should net you about 5 feet and is fairly quick. The third ingredient is the gold Firefly. This can be the hardest one to find if you don't know where to look, but thankfully there is a pond that spawns quite a few of them. From the 4th Church of Marika, follow this path to the pond, ignoring any mobs on the way. Once you get there, you can either choose to avoid the pond's inhabitants or slay them. Looting the gold lights from the water will net you around 10 fireflies, and these will respawn when you rest at a site of grace. The second item we will be looking for is the gold Scarab Talisman. This talisman is fantastic for anyone wanting to grind up some levels or is just exploring the areas of the world and want to increase their runes. The gold Scarab Talisman increases your rune acquisition by a further 20%, stacking with the Fowls Foot to 50. To acquire this sacred talisman, follow this path to a cave. You will need to make a small jump, so make sure that you have your trusty steed Torrent. Once you get into the cave, you will need to take out a fairly easy boss. However, the boss isn't the issue here. The cave is filled with scarlet rot and will cause more problems than the boss fight itself. My best advice is to buy some preserving items and make sure that you have some fire grease or a fire spell, as the boss is fairly susceptible to the fire damage type. If the boss is giving you trouble and you run out of preserving items, I will be creating another guide on how to acquire the recipe and the crafting items, which you will find at the end of this video or in the description as a link. Once you have felled the enemy, you will be awarded the gold Scarab, but now you're going to need somewhere to grind. I'm going to show you my favourite grinding spot for the early game and how to use it. From the Fort Fareth Grace site, travel down the hill to this location marked on the map and you will find a jump platform. From here, it's a straight ride to the church. At the church, you'll find 2 prawn miners at the front. This grind consists of a run between the grace site and the 2 prawn miners at the start. I recommend that if you are going to do this, that you use an AoE or a cone style spell or incantation. Killing each will net you 954 runes with our items equipped. That's nearly 2,000 runes in a few seconds. In my testing, I was able to get to 80,000 in 10 minutes, which is nearly 500,000 an hour. A very simple and quick grind, especially for casters. If you find this video helpful or informative, please click the like button and consider subscribing for more content like this. Thank you for watching and hope you enjoyed.